What's up everyone, how are you all? Today we are back with another blazing Naruto story. What if Naruto x fem Kyuubi Konoha bashing? If you enjoy then please like, share and do comments. And also check the description to original creator of this beautiful creation. Naruto was running from them. They were running to him. Stop, they called. Naruto knew from 6 years of experience if he stopped he would die, or be brutally maimed. He turned a corner and was met with a dead end. The people caught up with him, and raised their fists and weapons. This is for my son. Some shouted, "Demon Brad die." Others shouted. Then they all moved in on him. The last thing Naruto remembered before blacking out was the feeling of his skin being torn from his body slowly. The Hokage was pissed when he found Naruto. Whole chunks of Naruto's skin was removed to show his muscles. In places knives were embedded in places otherwise not meant for blades. He was bleeding profusely. The Hokage with a flick of his wrist called down the Anbu to deliver their punishment. One Anbu, Snake as she was called, walked to Naruto and gently lifted him. "Snake, come with me," the Hokage said and jumped towards the hospital. Snake followed him closely. "Please be okay Naruto." The Hokage thought, "I shouldn't have left to go get dinner. When I see dog I'm so killing him." Snake thought. Naruto opened his eyes. He was in some giant room with water leaking everywhere, and giant bars in front of him. There was a strange noise coming from inside the bars. It sounded like crying. Naruto approached the bars. "PP, please let me out." A voice soft and melodious rang out. "How?" Naruto called back. "Who's there? No one should be able to visit me here." The voice came once more. "I'm Naruto Uzumaki." Naruto responded. Suddenly a person came walking closer to the bars. She looked 18 and had long red hair. Her hair just ended right above her small butt. She had long legs. Her chest was not overly large. She was probably around C-cup. She wore a red kimono. Her eyes, while slitted slightly, were a vibrant red. "Who are you, pretty lady?" Naruto said. The girl blushed. "I'm called by many names. You humans have given me most of them. Names like Kyuubi, Demon, Plague of the Earth, and Fox Lord." "Kyuubi? Isn't that the demon the fourth killed after it attacked Konoha?" Naruto said he had remember his Gigi telling him that story. The girl laughed. "The fourth killed me? No, he couldn't. He had only one choice, to seal me away in some baby. Which I would assume would be you. That's the only way you, a person with no bloodline, could come in here. So you're why they attack me? Listen, it hurts me to say that it is true, I am why they hurt you. If this damn seal wasn't here you'd be fine, not injured and living a normal life. Actually, if I hadn't gone into a bloody fit and attacked here you would be safe, so very safe. Will you listen to my story, boy? I'll listen till I have to leave. You won't be leaving anytime soon, you've slipped into a coma. Walk into the gates and come join me." Naruto slipped in, and with a giggle the girl grabbed his hand and dragged him farther into the seal. As they went the water began to dissipate and they were standing in a small room. "The seal gave me one corner of your mind to do with as I please. This is what I made, a place for me to sleep." The girl sat on the bed, and pointed of Naruto to join her. He did, and she pulled him. She placed his head in his lap and began to run her fingers through it. "Please tell me your story, about why you attacked," Naruto said after giving a contented sigh. "I was born on a rainy evening in mid-April. Right in the middle of the land of fire's April showers. My mother and father were two of the kindest demon foxes ever born. I was raised to follow their beliefs. I loved the humans of Konoha. One child in specific, he had these vibrant blue eyes, and this wild unkempt hair. I'd visit him, in the form of a boy. He was my first friend, and he was always there for me. War was looming in Konoha, and the boy was going to be a ninja, and I feared losing my best friend, so I joined him. Now I was already trained by my parents, and was many times stronger than he was. The two of us passed, and were placed on the same team. After a while I told him my secret. I told him I was a demon fox. He smiled at me, and said, "You are you. Demon, slug. Hell, you could be the man to kill me and I'd still call you my friend." I was so happy to be accepted too strongly. We soon met a girl, beautiful girl in fact. Slowly the boy began to visit me less, and would spend time only with her. I was alone, and hurt. I thought to myself, if only I had come to him as a woman, like I am, then maybe he'd spend more time with me. It was then that I made a mistake. In a fit of rage I faked my own death in front of him. After doing so I returned home to my mother and father, and for the first time in a while returned to my fox form. It was then that I noticed I had been given my ninth tail. Years passed, and a man came to my home. A strong man, he looked at me with these red frightening eyes, and attacked me. My parents joined in. It was a tremendous battle. My father died first. My mom tossed me away. She was run through with a blade. He looked to me and said that if I wished to get revenge, go to Konoha, that is where I reside. He began to disappear, but he said one last thing. The boy you knew many years ordered me to do this. I ran to Konoha in a rage, and attacked. Then the boy I knew appeared and he looked me in the eyes and I looked at him. I said, Minato, how could you? I trusted you, I told you what I was, and you sent that man to kill my parents. I yelled at him. He looked at me sadly and said, who are you? I showed him the form I had taken many years ago. He looked at me in disbelief and said, so it was you. I'm sorry old friend, but you know what I must do, he said and began to make hand signs. Minato, I don't blame you. It was then that the Shinigami came and sealed me away. The seal he placed on my while it was kind enough to give me this place, it came at a price. I feel the pain you feel, and I die when you die. The girl said as she cried, her tears wetting Naruto's hair. Naruto did not speak but placed a comforting hand on her face and wiped her tears away. Naruto, will you make a deal with me? If it can ease your suffering, I'll make any deal for you. In exchange for removing 3/4 of that seal, I'll train you, and maybe someday I will make you a demon like myself. Don't worry, removing 3/4 will only give me a corporal body and allow me to take some of my chakra back into my body. I can't remove it all, and still if you die I die. What do you say? Yes. They returned to the bars and Naruto reached forward to the seal and tore 3/4 of it off. Good. I'll force you awake right now. Your wounds should be mostly healed. Wait, what is your name? Yuki. I won't appear to you till you get home. Also make sure you ask the Hokage to put you in the academy. Naruto awoke. First thing he noticed was that he was in the hospital. Then he noticed that his Gigi was there. Hi Gigi. Naruto said cheerfully. Hello, how are you? I felt better. Hey Gigi, is possible for you to put me in the academy? Of course, but why? I want to be able to protect myself and those I love. The Hokage smiled and picked Naruto up and carried him home. He soon left Naruto alone. Naruto walked to his half-destroyed couch and sat down. Yuki-san? He said. He was shocked to see a small white fox appear in his lap. You called Naruto? The fox said. Why is your fur white? It's white when I'm feeling peaceful, but naturally my fur is red, like it was when I attacked Konoha. Get some sleep, tomorrow I'll be putting you through the ringer, she said and jumped off of Naruto and walked to his bedroom. She lay down on one of the pillows on his rather large bed. Naruto followed her and slept on the other side of the bed. Yuki stretched when she awoke. How should I begin his training? Shit, what did we do first day in the academy back then? She pondered this for a while the sleeping Naruto snored away. Got it, that's right, we learned to access our chakra, then we climbed trees. Naruto should already be able to access chakra. It does take some chakra to enter that seal, and even more to remove the seal. Yuki looked at the sleeping Naruto and walked over to him. She began to rub her fur on his face. Naruto sneezed himself awake. Oh good, you're awake. Time for training. Yuki barked out at him cheerfully. Are you kidding me? It's 3 in the morning. Naruto said, looking at the alarm clock beside his bed. You know what they say, the early bird gets the worm. Why would I want a worm? Naruto asked, thoroughly confused. Note to self, A. Increase his brain capacity, even though that'll hurt him, or B. Drill him with constant intelligent remarks, and make him learn slowly. Yuki thought. It's a phrase, Naruto, she remarked as she hopped off the bed. Just get up, she continued and left the room. Naruto trudged out of bed, and got dressed in that horrible orange garb he wore. He walked out of the room and noticed that on his table was a bowl of ramen and that Yuki was sitting by it, relaxing. Don't ask, just chalk it up to that I'm an all-powerful demon. Food making in no time at all is just one of my capabilities. Yuki lazily said. Chalk it up? I don't have a blackboard or any chalk. Screw teaching this boy, going the quick way. When to do it though? Tomorrow? I'll do it tonight after I've worked him into a deep sleep. Yuki's sweat dropped. Never mind Naruto, just eat and let's get to work. Naruto threw back the ramen in no time, making a mess of his face and of his table. After wiping his face off, Naruto started to leave. Hey, clean the table. Yuki shouted. Why? You don't want mold, do you? Yuki finally took a look around and noticed that most of his stuff was in fact covered with mold. Spring cleaning time? She thought. Never mind. Come here and place me in your coat. Yuki said. Naruto walked to her and gently lifted her. He then placed her in his coat. Go find a bunch of trees now, she said, and then was silent. Naruto walked through the streets, ignoring the comments the civilians threw his way. Normally they'd make him feel bad, but Naruto was too excited about being able to train, so he paid them no mind. After an hour of searching, he found a secluded mountainous area that had trees in it. He continued into the trees and found a small river. Found a good place, Yuki-sensei, he said. Yuki then popped out of his coat and hopped down to the floor. Now then, what I want you to do is walk up the trees. Apply chakra to your feet, and you'll stick to the trees. How? Just focus your chakra and imagine it flowing to your feet. Don't give too much and don't give too little. Too little and you'll just slip off, too much and you'll be pushed off, she said. She then walked to one of the trees and placed her paws on the tree and started walking up it. Naruto smiled and ran to the tree, thinking he knew what to do. He was surprised that within 3 steps he was pushed off. Hey Naruto, if you can finish this in 2 hours, I'll make you 10 bowls of ramen. If it takes more, I'll start subtracting bowls, Yuki said, hopping off the tree she was on. Talk about a helper, Naruto said. You mean motivation. Wake me when you finish, Yuki said as she curled into a ball and started to go to sleep. Lazy fox, sleeping while I work, Naruto said after a while of falling off the tree. I heard that, Naruto, Yuki said with her eyes still closed. You can hear me even though you sleep? Naruto said as he started to work his way up the tree. Well, sorta. I'm actually talking to you through your mind. You see, when I sleep my body remains here but my mind is returned to the seal. In theory we should be able to communicate with each other while we wake. Hey, I was thinking, what will people think when I'm talking to a fox? I got it. Go to the Hokage once we finish here and tell him that this fox approached you and started to speaking to me. I was wondering if it was actually speaking. I'll then bark at the Hokage, and you are to say she says she's like a nindog, but instead an infox, and that she felt like I would be able to understand her, Yuki said. 8 hours later and Naruto had finally managed to climb up the tree. I did it, he shouted and promptly began to fall. Luckily though, Yuki had woken many hours before and was able to catch him in her mouth. Damn Naruto, you're heavy, she thought. Not my fault you're so small, Naruto responded. Well, so much for seeing if we can speak through our minds while awake. Now then, go to the Hokage, I'll guide you in what to say, Yuki said as she jumped and placed him on the floor. The Hokage was having a strange day. There were rumors that Naruto had put on weight overnight, and when he investigated it with his crystal ball, he sees Naruto speaking to a white fox. Since when were there white foxes? The Hokage thought. What surprised him the most was at a later time, Naruto started talking to himself, but it seemed like he was getting input from a different source. Kyuubi? The Hokage asked himself. Then Naruto opens the door and from his jacket came the fox once more. Hey Naruto, the Hokage said. Hi Gigi, Naruto said as he sat down. The fox jumped out and sat itself on the Hokage's desk. What's with the fox? Sarutobi said. Well, the fox approached me and started speaking to me. Is that normal? Naruto said. The fox then yipped at Naruto a couple times. Oh, she says that she'd be the fox equivalent of a nindog. She said that she felt that I'd be the right person to understand her. Definitely cause of the Kyuubi, Sarutobi thought. Sarutobi made a hand gesture and an Anbu appeared. Snake, go to the Inuzuka compound and tell Sume I need to see her and Kuromura, Sarutobi said. The Anbu disappeared. The two of them sat in silence for a while and then Sume came barging in, with Kuromura trailing behind her. You needed me, Hokage-sama? Sume said. Yes. Young Naruto here seems to be able to communicate with foxes. I wanted Kuromura here to evaluate the fox's strength, Sarutobi said. If you would, fox, please hop down to the floor, Kuromura said. Yuki hopped down and Kuromura began to pace around her. Yuki stayed extremely still. Then it happened. What is a common gesture for dogs, even nindogs, was not the way Yuki had planned this to go. Kuromura stuck his nose next to her ass and gave it a sniff. Yuki shivered and her tail pointed straight up and then it curved down. Kuromura back away, and Yuki's tail buried itself in the ground. She then barked angrily. Forgive me, I didn't know you'd get upset. Kuromura said. Yuki barked again. Well, it's common for us dogs to do. Kuromura said. Yuki barked. Well, you were a canine, I just thought maybe it was common practice. Yuki barked. Oh, I see. Forgive me then. Explain please? Sume said. Well, I sniffed the fox's butt and she didn't like that. Apparently she was extremely sensitive to those kinds of things. Then I apologized and the fox said, what would possess you to do such a thing? That was then it's common was said, and the fox said, but she isn't a dog. Then I said that she was a canine and it could have been common practice. She said, well, it isn't. Kuromura said. Yuki hopped up into Naruto's lap and began to nuzzle his stomach. Kuromura and Sume then looked at the hole in the Hokage's floor. Kuromura sniffed at it. There's some residue chakra in the hole. Also, it has the slight smell of fire. I'm pretty sure that if that had hit me, I'd be dead. I believe that as long as her senses are strong she'd be valuable to us. Yuki barked sarcastically if that was possible. Oh, yeah, her sense of smell is definitely strong. Kuromura said. Why? Sarutobi said. Well, she just said she smelt that Sume had steak for dinner last night, and that her shampoo smelled like an orchid. Also, she said some other things that aren't exactly appropriate to be said around a pup. Kuromura said. It was then that they noticed Naruto's blush. I heard it already, I can understand her. Naruto said. Well then what did she say? Sume said. She said that she could tell it was Sume's time of the month because she smelled of blood. Also she could tell that Sume has touched herself twice in the last week, and that she hasn't been with a man in at least 3 years. Kuromura sighed. Sume blushed. Is that true? Sarutobi said and then regretted it. Even if it was, it's not your business, Hokage-sama. Sume said and then stormed out. It's true. Kuromura said and then exited. Well then the fox can stay. You may leave, Sarutobi said. Yuki barked once more. Yuki says she wants you to call her Yuki, just like you called Kuromura, Kuromura. Naruto said as he replaced Yuki in his coat. Oh, and she asks that you get me better clothes, ones that will allow Yuki to rest in them comfortably. I'd buy them myself, but the civilians won't let me. Naruto then left. Naruto walked home and yawned loudly. I'm going to sleep, I'll have those ramen tomorrow for breakfast. Naruto said and went to bed. After Naruto had fallen asleep, Yuki smiled. Time to begin, she said. All throughout the night screams came from Naruto's apartment. No civilian neared it as they assumed the brat was getting what he deserved, and while they wanted to watch, something told them to stay away. Little did they know that Yuki was sending out ki and keeping all of them away with a minor genjutsu that made everyone want to steer clear of that area. Months had gone by since Yuki was shown to the Hokage. During this time Naruto had been under constant training by Yuki. He had mastered tree climbing, water walking, leaf floating, and his chakra control was near perfect. Also Yuki had started pumping more and more of her Yuki into him, and so he had to be trained how to use them. He had been taught Shadow Clone Jutsu, Wind Style, Great Breakthrough, Wind Style, Cutting Wind, Demon Style, Skeleton Army, Demon Style, Dark Dissolve, and Earth Style, Earth Wall. His mental capacities had also grown and were around Nara level in intelligence. On this day Naruto was awoke by an excited Yuki. Naruto, wake up, time for the first day of academy. She shouted into his mind. I'm coming, keep your panties on. Naruto mumbled as he dressed himself. He wore a similar gray coat as the one Kiba wore, and black pants. His hair had grown out and was tied in a ponytail. His eyes still shone with the same warmth as they always did, but they at times went ice cold. Naruto opened his bedroom door and an aggravated Yuki followed behind him. Yuki's fur was still as white as always, but had faint traces of red because of her aggravation. Naruto ate the breakfast Yuki had prepared for him. A simple breakfast really, all it was miso soup. Yuki was proud she had finally beat him into eating more than ramen. Shall we? Naruto said as he cleaned his dish. Yes, let's, Yuki said, jumping into Naruto's coat. Naruto walked through the village, and while it was still dark out he still got the occasional glare from some civilian. Naruto arrived at the academy way before it was open. Why am I here so early? Naruto mentally spoke to Yuki. Simple, I want you to break into the academy without making a single sound, and without being noticed. Yuki responded. Try not to sound like it will be a piece of cake. Naruto sighed. I was able to break in every day when I was coming here. Yuki said proudly. Yeah, but you also were cage level at stealth by that time. Naruto said, and then he walked around the academy, eyeing every window, every trap that was placed on them at this time, and every feature of the walls. You got your way in? Yuki asked. Yeah, Naruto said, and he turned away. He then sat and relaxed himself against a tree. Demon style. Dark dissolve. Naruto whispered. After saying it, Naruto's body along with Yuki's turned black and disappeared into the darkness. Naruto felt himself floating and yet felt grounded. He knew he was in the dark pathways as they were called. Flashback. Now listen, Naruto, this jutsu pulls you into a place called the dark pathways. This is a place that will allow you to appear anywhere you wish. What you'll see is small lights, and if you stared into them you'd see possible destinations. Simple as that, Yuki said. End flashback. After a bit of searching, Naruto found the right spot and entered. On the darkened wall of the academy wall was a roster. It showed where he would be placed. Room 104, teachers, Iruka Amino and Mizuki. Shino Aburami Choji Akamichi, Sakura Haruno, Hinata Hyuga, Kiba Inuzuka, Shikimaru Nara, Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uzumaki, and Ino Yamanaka. Geez, I have the all-clan air class. Naruto sighed. Naruto made his way to his class and entered. He sat at a random seat and waited. Many hours later the lights turned on and a man with scar across his nose walked in. When he saw Naruto his eyebrow raised. What are you doing here? The man asked. Waiting. Naruto responded. What for? Class is to begin. Why? I'm in the class. Oh, what's your name? Naruto Uzumaki. You? Iruka Amino. The man smiled. Hello Iruka-sensei. Naruto said, petting Yuki who had just popped out of his coat. No pets allowed, Naruto. Iruka said angrily. You'll allow an Inuzuka's dog though. They're special. The Hokage gave me special clearance to keep Yuki here with me. She is like a nindog to me. Naruto sighed. You're coming with me. We're going to go see the Hokage before class begins and ask about this. Iruka said and held out his hand. Naruto took Iruka's hand and Iruka used Shunshin to go to the Hokage's office. He entered the office to see the Hokage carefully writing a document. Hokage-sama, Iruka said. Sarutobi looked up and saw Iruka and Naruto. He sighed. What did Naruto do? The Hokage said, pinching his nose. He brought a fox to class. Iruka said. Oh, Yuki-san, don't worry Iruka, he is allowed to bring her. Sarutobi said, removing his hand. Okay, shall we Naruto? Iruka said, holding out his hand. No, hold up. Naruto responded, staring straight at his Gigi. What is it, Naruto? Sarutobi asked. Why did you place me with all the clan heirs? We are debating whether or not you've developed a bloodline that allows you to speak with foxes. Also, we wish to know if it will pass to your children. Yuki barked. Well, Yuki says there is no way to know just yet. She says that as of right now it should only remain this way for me, but circumstances change. As I'm still going through changes, due to meeting her, in a few years I may actually be able to pass this. Well then, any idea when these changes will end? Yuki barked. By my graduation. Let's go Iruka. Naruto said and grabbed Iruka's hand. Goodbye Hokage-sama, Iruka said and disappeared with Naruto. They arrived a little before class began and the students were already in the class. Upon seeing Naruto, 3 students stood and walked to him. Naruto. Good to see you. How are you? Mom is looking forward to seeing you again. Kiba asked. Naruto was reminded of the day he met Kiba. Flashback. Naruto was at home working out when he heard a gentle knock. Yuki barked and was responded to by another bark. Kuramura and Sume. Let them in, Yuki told Naruto mentally. Naruto walked to the door and opened. He was met by a smiling Sume. Naruto-kun. Come with me, love. Sume said the second half seductively. Yuki growled. Sume laughed. Come, there's someone I want you to meet, Naruto. My son Kiba, Sume said. Together Sume, carrying Naruto who was carrying Yuki, and Kuramura running alongside, they went to the Inuzuka compound. There they met Kiba. Naruto and Kiba hit it off almost right away. They spent the day playing games and having a good time. Naruto, for as long as I live I'll protect you. That is my oath, and the Inuzuka keep our oaths. Kiba said. End flashback. Kiba grabbed Naruto and took him to the back where Shikamaru sat sleeping. Naruto sat next to Shikamaru and decided to join him in slumber. While Naruto slept, Yuki rested on Naruto's lap. Inside Naruto's mind, "Yuki, what is wrong with my body? I felt so stiff today," Naruto said, resting his head on her lap. "That is my fault, Naruto. You see, having me leave the seal has caused more of my power to slip into your body. It's causing you to change, slowly. Right now your body is rebounding from it all. I'm sorry you're going to be stiff for a while," she said. "Change? What kind of change?" Naruto asked. "As of now I'm not sure. Tomorrow I'll stay in your body and check." Outside Naruto's mind, class was ending and Naruto was awoken by Kiba. "Hey, wake up. School's over, time to go home," Kiba said gently. Naruto walked home slowly, feeling sluggish. "Naruto, I can't feel your chakra pulsing anymore," Yuki said mentally. "I noticed," Naruto replied. It was then that many people closed in on Naruto. "Demon, we aren't going to let you get stronger. You'll die here," a gray-haired man said. Naruto ran, if not slower than normal, but Naruto still was a bit faster than most. Yuki was in his coat. When Naruto turned a corner and saw the dead end, Naruto reached into his coat and pulled Yuki out. He tossed her onto a roof. "Yuki, the Inuzuka compound is nearby," Naruto said mentally. Yuki took off. "I won't make it if I don't pull Two Tails out," Yuki said. "I trust Sume and Kiba, feel free to tell them," Naruto said as he prepared to fight. Naruto pulled out a single kunai and faced the civilians that were nearing him. Suddenly a bright light appeared around him, and when it was gone Naruto's form began to shift. He continued to scream as the changes occurred. His normal blonde wild hair flattened and turned ice blue. His cerulean eyes grew colder. The 3 whisker marks on him disappeared. His arms bulged for a bit and then returned to their original state. His legs grew in length, as did his arms. When it finally ended, a burst of chakra expanded from Naruto. All over Konoha a burst of power was felt and every shinobi prepared for a fight. It wasn't until the Hokage sent Anbu to all of them telling them that all is fine did they relax. Back with Yuki and Naruto. Naruto lay sleeping on the floor, and Yuki sat there running her hands through his hair. His hair changed. What was it Mom said? Right, the color of the fox demon's hair while in human form directly relates to their power. If my hair is fire red and Naruto's hair reminds me of ice, then he must have the power of ice. So confusing. Gah. There was something else she said about blue. She was going on and on about how cool it was her baby had fire. Then she stopped and said that while fire was strong and was able to master all the other types of elements and would be the only one capable of receiving 9 tails, the rarest was ice. Those with ice had an unnatural ability to sub-elements as well as the main elements. They were even capable of using the dark element once they received their 8th tail. If a fire and an ice fought against each other they could take out a 4,000-mile area. Yuki reflected. Yuki sighed. Always gotta be a special child, don't you, Naruto? Kami, damn it all. She kissed his forehead and carried him to bed. Once there she slept holding his body close to her. Council room, night of Naruto's change. The Hokage, the shinobi and civilian council were meeting. They were talking about the team selection. As always, the civilian council believed that Sasuke should be on a team alone as he is the strongest. This was immediately disputed by the shinobi council as the clan heads, minus Hiashi, shouted out that their child was just as good. It didn't get much better when they saw Naruto on the list. "Kill the demon," they shouted. The civilian council was immediately hit by ki from Sume. "That man is no demon. He has the utmost respect of the Inuzuka clan. You'd do well to remember that." Sume shouted. "She's been tricked by the demon," a pink-haired civilian council said. "If Sume has been tricked then we are screwed. If she has then so have I, Shikaku and everyone else," Hiashi said. "Have you not seen that boy walking with that damn fox?" the pink hair said. "That fox means nothing. He will be placed on a team," the Hokage said gently. "Whatever, as long as Naruto isn't on Sasuke's team. He'd just drag him down." "You're right, Sasuke would just drag Naruto down," Sume said with a sneer. "You bitch. You know, that's not an insult to my clan, but you know what?" Sume said. "What? It is when you say it, you whore," Sume said and threw a kunai that landed right in between the pink-haired civilian council member's legs. "Don't you dare call me a whore." This is getting us nowhere. Both of you calm down. Naruto will not be placed with Sasuke, for the betterment of both. If they were together they'd fight constantly. Sarutobi said. Fine, the two said. Hokage-sama, if I may suggest that Kiba and Naruto be placed on a team. From what my child says, the two of them make a good team and they look out for each other. Also, may my child be placed alongside them? Naruto has made my son utilize all of his potential. Shikaku said. Can you give me good reason why we shouldn't have a repeat of the Ino Shikacho team from your years? Sarutobi responded to the man. In all due respect Inoichi, my child has voiced that he despises the, and I quote, the blonde-haired fangirl. While Choji and my son would work very well together, Shikamaru wishes to be with Naruto. Naruto is a genius and would balance my son's short-sightedness at times. He replied, I suppose. Sarutobi said, if I may ask that my daughter be their teacher? She'd be of use in training Shikamaru in being of use at tracking. Sume said, I'll take it into consideration. Sarutobi said. It was then that they felt a power surge through the room. Immediately all the shinobi were on guard. Relax, that's just Naruto's final change occurring. Nothing important really, Sarutobi said. They would soon find out how wrong he was. Naruto awoke to the sound of humming. He stretched himself and felt an ache in his bones. He ran his fingers through his hair expecting it to be spiky as always. He was surprised that it wasn't. Naruto jumped up and ran to the bathroom. He looked at himself and promptly screamed. Yuki, who was, still in human form, in the other room walked over to him. I said there would be changes. Yuki said, putting her hands on her hips. You didn't say my hair would turn blue. Naruto screamed. Well, I never said it wouldn't. She replied. Gah! Naruto shouted. Well, you should hide the change at least while in town. Don't want the villagers shouting that the demon took over. Yuki said bitterly. They can't do anything to me now. I'm a ninja. I answer to only one person and that person is the Hokage. Well, that's how it will be eventually. For now it'll be two people. Enough about that, they can't do anything to me. Naruto said. Still change. I will. I'll show it when I'm fighting though. Naruto said. That's reasonable. Now then we must get to the academy. Team selections and all. Oh, and don't you worry about your chakra control. You are already accustomed to using my chakra, so it shouldn't feel any different. Yuki said, changing into her fox form. That's good, Naruto said as he dressed. Together they went to the academy. When they arrived, they were met by a smiling Kiba. What's going on? Why are you smiling? Naruto asked. He's smiling because he passed the test his mother gave him. Shikamaru answered as he walked up. Ah, Sume tested whether you deserved clan heir status, did she? Naruto asked. Yeah, I passed with flying colors. You are looking at the next head of the Inuzuka clan. Kiba said, practically jumping off the halls in his excitement. What about Hana? She didn't want to be clan head, she wanted to stay as the clan vet. Kiba replied. The two of them hugged each with pride for the other. Kiba whispered in Naruto's ear. Mom told me about Yuki and who she really is. Oh, I'm sorry. Naruto whispered. How could you never tell me? Don't you trust me enough to tell me something so insignificant? Kiba whispered, looking down onto Naruto's shoulder. As luck would have it, Naruto's hood was down and Kiba got a good look at the mark on Naruto's neck. Kiba knew exactly what it was and decided against mentioning it. The pair separated and went to their seats, with Shikamaru following lazily behind. Iruka entered the class and began to read out team groupings. Team 7, Sakura Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha, Shino Aburami. Iruka said. There was a loud squeal coming from Sakura. Team 8, Naruto Uzumaki, Kiba Inuzuka, Shikamaru Nara. Iruka said. Yahoo! Kiba shouted, standing up, knocking Naruto into Shikamaru. Kiba, don't be troublesome, sit back down. Shikamaru said. Naruto returned to where he was and Yuki jumped up into his arms. Naruto sat and petted Yuki lovingly while she purred. Team 9 still in circulation, so Team 10 is Hinata Hyuga Ino Yamanaka and Choji Akamichi. Naruto, I love you so. Yuki said in his mind. I love you, Yuki. Naruto responded. Yuki jumped up and licked Naruto's neck right where the mark was. Kiba, who was watching the whole interaction, was both shocked and amazed. Naruto mated with a fox? And not just any fox, but the Kyuubi no Kitsune? Wait, Kyuubi's a girl? Was what Kiba thought as he watched. Kiba saw the mark Naruto. He thinks you're into bestiality. Yuki said with a chuckle. What? Naruto shouted in his mind. Shikamaru was also watching the whole thing. He thought that something was off but he couldn't quite place it. After a while Junin started to fill in. A red-haired girl with red eyes walked in and shouted for Team 8. The three of them followed the girl to the woods just outside of the academy. There sitting on a bench was Hana Inuzuka and her 3 dogs. The dogs were sitting there relaxed while Hana was obviously stressed. Geez Hana, relax, the girl said as she walked up. I'm fine Kurenai, Hana said as their team joined them, sitting on the floor with the dogs. One of the dogs took an interest in Yuki, but Yuki barked at it, essentially telling him that she was already mated. The dog walked back dejectedly, the other 2 stifled a barking laugh. Alright, we are your senseis. As some of you may know, the Hokage instituted a new law this year that says genin teams must be run by 2 junin, one is sensei and the other is assistant sensei. Each sensei must have very different styles. Case in point, I'm genjutsu while Hana is mainly taijutsu. Kurenai said. Yes. Now then, why don't we start off by introducing ourselves? I know 2 of you but 1 I don't, and I'm sure Kurenai doesn't know any of you. Kurenai, you start. I'm Kurenai Uehi. I like genjutsu, Hana-chan. Kurenai blushed as she said that, just realizing that her genin team didn't really need to know that. I dislike perverts, rapists, those who look down on genjutsu, and those who judge others. My hobbies are inventing new genjutsus, assisting Hana-chan with the Inuzuka dogs and gardening. My dream is to live a long life with the woman I love. Kurenai said, still blushing. Hana stared at Kurenai lovingly. I'm Hana Inuzuka. I like my dogs, and most of all Kurenai. I dislike perverts, rapists, and those who hurt my friends. My hobbies are training and helping out the Inuzuka dogs when they get sick. My wish is the same as Kurenai's. Kiba, you next. Hana said. My name is Kiba Inuzuka. I like Akamaru and my friends. I dislike those who judge others. My hobbies are helping Naruto, training with Naruto, and hanging with my family. My dream is to be a better clan head than mom is. Kiba said. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I like ramen and Yuki. I dislike rapists and those who hate foxes. My hobbies are training with Kiba and Yuki, chatting with Shikamaru, beating Shikamaru in shogi, and most of all talking with Yuki. My dream is to protect those I love. Naruto said. Troublesome. Name's Shikamaru. Liking things and disliking things is too troublesome. My hobbies are playing shogi and cloud watching. My dream is to be a good clan head. Shikamaru said. Okay, you 3 meet us at the bridge at promptly 7 o'clock in the morning. Don't eat breakfast, you might barf. Hana said, and then she and Kurenai disappeared. Hey Naruto, want to come to see mom with me? Kiba asked. I'll see you there, I got to go talk with the Hokage first. Naruto replied. Okay. Naruto ran to the Hokage's office with Yuki in his jacket. He ran up the stairs and barged into office to see Sarutobi leaning back in his chair sleeping. Gigi. Naruto shouted, waking Sarutobi. What? Sarutobi said, annoyed at being awoken. Naruto glowed and he turned into his Hanyu form. Naruto, you got a lot of explaining to do. Sarutobi said bitterly. Naruto walked forward and sat in one of the chairs in the office. Where do you want me to start, Gigi? Naruto sighed out. Why don't you start with why you have a tail? End of the changing. We finished the 3 steps, and as a side effect I turned into being half human and half fox. I'll take it from here, Naruto. Yuki said and glowed. She turned into the form of a black-haired boy with brown eyes. Shinji-kun? The Hokage said, shocked. It's been a while, Sarutobi. Yuki as Shinji said. You died, didn't you? Why were you Naruto's fox? I thought the fox was Kyuubi? Sarutobi, a fox demon can't die by the hands of a human. I was Shinji and I am the Kyuubi, both are me. I thought an Uchiha killed your parent Yuki. Naruto interjected. I'll get to that soon. I think Sarutobi wants to know something. Yuki said. Sure enough, Sarutobi was leaning forward inquisitively. So Yuki, you are both Shinji and Kyuubi. Why were you spending time with Minato? Was he just a part of this plan to get you peace? Sarutobi said bitterly. When I was a small fox, I got lost in the human world. I was lonely and frightened, because at that time I had practically no strength. 3 men came forward and wanted to attack me for my fur. A young boy walked out. He had wild blonde hair, and he spoke to the three men and they left. He said to them, "Daddy wouldn't want you to hurt the fox." The boy walked to me and whispered gently, "You need to go home, fox. It isn't safe near here." I ran and left. After a while my parents found me. I came back to the area. I met the boy 3 years later in the form of Shinji. There was the boy training. I went to him and asked if I could train with him. We sparred and he lost. He said, "Come back tomorrow." So it became tradition for me to go visit him there. A year later Minato told me he was joining the academy, and I decided to join him to protect my friend. Years went by and the two of us made a name for ourselves. It was then we met Kushina, and Minato fell in love. I was sad, because somewhere deep inside I had feelings for Minato, and I wanted him to be happy. I knew he'd never be happy if I was around, so I faked my death. I returned home. War was looming in the demon world. The Kitsune clan went to war and many of us died. When the war was over only my family survived. My mother was with child and was weakened by it. My dad had lost one of his eyes in the fights. I was fine except for some major scaring. It was then that the Uchiha came. He had a weird feel to him. Most humans feel relaxed, but he felt twisted. He attacked me, and used abilities no human should be able to use. Now the three of us were still tired from the war. My mother joined the fight and she had her stomach exploded. I watched my mother die. Not only that, but I saw my soon-to-be brother die. My father in a rage attacked him and he too was killed. At that time the Uchiha was weakened and I was moving forward to kill him. He told me that the Hokage sent him, and he disappeared. I ran to Konoha and attacked, crying out for revenge. When I saw Minato once more, I was pissed. I yelled at him asking how could he do that. He was confused. We spoke while fighting and he told me I ordered no Uchiha to attack you. I was confused and he used that time to start the sealing. I showed him my form as Shinji, and told him I didn't blame him for sealing me away. Then I awoke inside of Naruto here. That answer any questions you may have? Most. I ask again, what do you truly want Naruto for? Truthfully, he was a pawn when I first met him. I saw a way for me to get revenge on that Uchiha. It was a game for me to just train him, but Naruto grew on me. Now though I want the peace Naruto can give me. Is that true? I was a pawn to you? Naruto whispered. We'll talk later, Naruto. Yuki whispered back. I see. Did you ever think your actions would hurt Naruto? Sarutobi shouted at her. I did. Originally I didn't care, but now I worry. I worry so much for him. Naruto looked down into his lap and a few tears fell. Yuki, due to the mark, could feel his emotions and placed a hand on his shoulder. He brushed her hand off angrily and stood and walked to the other side of the room. He sat with his back against the wall. It was a pose Yuki had seen Minato do. Minato did when he felt his world breaking apart. Minato wanted to feel that he could face each one at a time without anything sneaking up on him. Naruto looked up and at Yuki, tears dripping from his eyes, but his eyes were cold. Yuki looked away, unable to face that gaze right then. Anything else? Yuki said. Many. Sarutobi said, calming down. Can we get this over with? Yuki said. Did you think of what might happen to me when you asked me to rip the seal? Naruto asked. I said we'd speak later. Yuki said. No, I want to know. Also, what was the purpose of the seal being ripped? Sarutobi said. As I said before, I didn't care. I knew ripping the seal could kill the boy, but at the time I didn't care. Him ripping the seal removed me being trapped with him. Finished the 3 steps we took yesterday, removed the chance that I'd die if he did, and that he'd die if I did. So in other words, all you care about is you being safe and free to run away. That was my original feeling, now though I don't feel that way. What you feel now does not change the fact you came into this to hurt Naruto. Sarutobi said. Anything else? Yuki said again. No, we'll talk about if Naruto will be able to pass this ability to his children now. Gigi. Can I leave? I'm supposed to go see Kiba. Naruto said, standing. Yes, you both may leave. We'll talk about clan status at a later time. Sarutobi said. Naruto walked straight out, not even bothering to pick up Yuki. When they were out of the office, Yuki tried to jump up onto Naruto's shoulder. When her paws touched his shoulder, he pushed her off. Yuki hit the floor and sighing, she walked next to Naruto. If anyone looked down at her, they'd have noticed the slight tears dripping from her eyes. The two walked quietly. Yuki tried to speak to Naruto through his mind, but he'd ignore her. Naruto. I'm sorry. She screamed in his head. Forgive me. I know I was wrong back then, but now it's different. She continued, Naruto, I love you. Please stop ignoring me, she said, tears evident in her words. They continued onward. After a while Yuki stopped trying to get to him, and resolved to talk to him later. They arrived at the Inuzuka compound and just walked straight in. When they got to where Sume, Hana and Kiba lived, the door swung open. Sume was standing there. You know Naruto, it's polite to ring the bell at the gate. Sume teased. I'll remember that for next time, Naruto said blankly as he passed Sume. Sume blinked and looked at Yuki, who turned to her, revealing the tears in her eyes. Yuki turned back and continued with Naruto. The night went on with Naruto only giving slight answers to any questions. The Inuzuka family noticed the distance Naruto was placing between himself and Yuki. When the pair left, Kiba turned to his mother. Something happened between them. They were happy and loving this morning. Now they are distant, Kiba said. They'll have to sort it out, Sume said, and turned into the house. When Naruto and Yuki got home, Yuki was debating how to get the conversation going. Naruto turned to Yuki. We need to talk, Yuki. Naruto said. Yes we do, Yuki replied. Naruto awoke alone on the couch. There was no sound from his bedroom. Naruto sighed sadly and went to the small kitchen and began to work. After a while he had made himself some ramen. Soon after he was done eating, he had forgotten his teacher's warning the day before. He took a breath and shouted, Yuki, wake up. There was no response. Naruto sighed and opened his bedroom door to see nothing. Yuki was not there. Naruto sighed once more and turned away. He sat on the couch and meditated. He soon returned to the seal. The door was open and Naruto entered. As he walked he noticed that it was clear she wasn't there either. Naruto returned and saw that it was nearing 7. Naruto had no time and he ran out the door. Meanwhile, underneath Naruto's bed, Yuki heard Naruto shout for her, and every part of her wanted to go to him, but she willed herself not to. He needed to think she was gone even though she wasn't. She heard him open the door. She sighed once he closed the door. She listened closely as Naruto slowly left the apartment. Once he was gone, she crawled out from the underside of the bed and went to the kitchen table and began to write Naruto a note. Dear Naruto, I'm sorry. We said things last night we both didn't mean. I think it's best if I leave. I'm sorry for hurting you. Don't look for me. I'll come back when you need me most. Goodbye, my love, Yuki. Yuki turned into the fox and disappeared from Konoha. At the bridge, Naruto looked up into the cloudy sky and wished it would rain. At least then the world would match his emotions. He looked back to where his apartment was and wanted to shout at it. He had been graced with the eyes of a kitsune and he saw Yuki's head in one of his windows. He watched her dissolve into darkness. He knew she was gone. A tear fell from his eye. Kiba, who was nearby, saw the tear fall and looked away. Shikamaru looked down and muttered, troublesome. Hana, who was nearing, saw that Yuki wasn't around. She sighed. Kurenai, on the other hand, wasn't aware of what had transpired the night before. Hey Naruto, where's the cute little fox? Kurenai said as she neared. She got sick so she's at home, Naruto said after a while. Ah, can I come see her? Kurenai asked. No, she needs quiet, Naruto said, clenching his fist. I'll be quiet, Kurenai said. Cure, he said. No, let him be, Hana said. But Hana, Kurenai said. I'll explain later. Hana signed to her in Chunin code. Alright, Kurenai replied, though she was not satisfied. Naruto turned away. Okay team, follow us, Hana said. The three followed their Chunin senseis. Naruto dragged behind the rest, a fact that did not go unnoticed. The team was brought to a training ground and Hana turned to the three. Now then, we're gonna have a little fun. The three of you are to come at us, Hana said. Make sure you come at us with all your strength, Kurenai added in. Naruto smiled and stepped forward. May we begin? He asked. Yes, Hana replied. The moment she said that, Naruto sprung into action. He threw 3 kunai out and then jumped backward, preparing hand signs. Kiba, on the other hand, ran straight forward and engaged Kurenai. Shikamaru sat back and started to prepare. He threw a single kunai out. Hana dodged the 4 kunai that were coming from the 2 genin. She kept her eyes on Naruto and ran forward. When she saw him making hand signs, dark style, darkened wind, Naruto said, and suddenly everything turned black and things began to blow around. Naruto was used to this darkness and ran in a circle around Hana, planning to get a punch in. Hana was surprised by the darkness, but she started to breathe through her nose and smelt Naruto nearing her. Her dogs felt him nearing and were about to jump to intercept when something stopped the three. Shikamaru saw his chance when the darkness came around Naruto and Hana. He brought forward his shadow but was surprised when he caught the three dogs. He stood and began to walk the three out of the swirling ball of darkness. Naruto threw the punch, but Hana dodged it and tossed Naruto away. Naruto turned back and once again prepared hand signs. Hana smelt him leave her and she didn't want him to get the chance to use another jutsu, so she threw kunai at him. They weren't meant to strike him in anywhere vital, just stop him from performing whatever he planned. Naruto saw the kunai and smiled. Dark style. Blades of the Forgotten. The darkness around Naruto and Hana dissipated and instead blades that were pure black appeared. One moved forward and stopped the kunai. When the blade hit the kunai, it disappeared. Naruto made a hand gesture and all of the blades rotated and went at Hana. Hana's eyes widened when she realized that he could kill her with that. She began to throw kunai at them, but the blades would just rotate away from them. As they were nearing, Hana was panicking, but she thought of something. Suddenly the blades were entering her body and Naruto smirked. Hana's form disappeared. Come sensei, enough with the hiding. You afraid of me? Naruto taunted as he knew Hana was hiding below him. She reached forward to grab his leg, but Naruto jumped and grabbed the hand, pulling her out of the ground. Hana rotated and grabbed Naruto in the air. When Naruto felt her hands wrap around him, Naruto bent forward and tried to throw Hana off of him. Shikamaru had lost control of the dogs and they had run to assist their partner. They jumped up and each one grabbed at Naruto. Hana released Naruto and pushed off of him. Naruto was brought straight into the ground, creating a small crater. Naruto, you can't win against me. All of your attacks rely on the fox. It is painfully obvious you need her to fight. Hana said. I don't need her. Naruto spat as he stood. You were given a gift. You're able to fight alongside a loyal animal. Why push it away? Hana replied. She's a fox, tricky and unworthy of my trust. Naruto replied. That isn't what you told me once. Do you remember what you said? Flashback. I fight well cause I trust my dogs to have my back and they trust me. That is important in fighting with a partner. Hana said to Naruto as she helped train him in fighting with a partner. Yuki was not around as the two were discussing the finer points of fighting with a partner. I don't need to worry about that. I would trust Yuki with my life. Naruto replied. End flashback. That was before. This is now. I can't trust her, she used me. Naruto said and went to charge, but the dogs jumped at him and stopped his charge. Shikamaru saw the exchange and took his chance. He threw kunai at the dogs. Hana saw this and ran forward, deflecting the kunai. She then threw kunai back at him. Shikamaru saw the kunai and dodged them each. What he wasn't expecting was for Hana to run forward and grab him, tossing him toward the dogs. One dog jumped forward and grabbed Shikamaru in the air and smacked his body on the floor, causing Shikamaru to call out in pain. Naruto, you are worthless without that fox. Hana said harshly. It was overstatement, but she needed Naruto to get Yuki back. Don't you call me worthless. I can manage without her. I did once before. Look where that got you. You were beat up every day. You were weak then and you still are. I could fight back. You idiot. I'm not talking physically. When Yuki was around you were so strong emotionally. Nothing fazed you. Now I say anything and you get set off. With Kurenai and Kiba. As the fight between Hana and Naruto continued, Kurenai just trapped Kiba in a genjutsu and Kiba slowly succumbed. What she wasn't expecting was for Akamaru to release Kiba from it. Tunneling Fang. Kiba said and rotated. Kurenai laughed and trapped both dog and partner in genjutsu. The two slowly collapsed. Kurenai looked to Hana and saw her speaking with a trapped Naruto. With Yuki in the dark pathways. Yuki watched Naruto fight and sighed. She saw the times where he needed her there, and she had to restrain herself from jumping to him. She watched him say he didn't need her. Tears fell from her eyes. Several hours later, Naruto walked home after hearing he passed and would continue onward in his ninja career. He entered his apartment and expected Yuki to be there waiting for him. He was surprised upon reading her note. He knew she was gone. For the fourth time in the last 2 days, Naruto wept. As he cried, he whispered Yuki's name over and over. Come back to me, Yuki. I don't care what happened before, all that matters is now. With Yuki. Yuki would have heard Naruto say that if she had been watching him, but instead she was watching the Hokage and blaming him for the current situation. She knew it was her fault really, but she wanted someone to blame, anyone to blame. She blamed Minato for sealing her within Naruto, she blamed the Uchiha for causing her rage, she blamed Naruto for not trusting her, but finally she blamed herself. She whispered to herself, maybe it's my fate, everyone I care for leaves me either in death or pushing me away in some way. Naruto sat down in the middle of the Hokage's office angrily. Naruto. Hana began. No, I'm sick of these D ranks. Can we just have a C rank? Naruto shouted. Troublesome. Shikamaru said. I agree. Kiba shouted. Sarutobi sighed. He knew that Naruto wasn't ready emotionally since Yuki disappeared. Kurenai. Hana, do you believe they are ready? The Hokage said. To be honest, yes. Kurenai said. They are. Hana said. Then send him in. The Hokage gestured to an Anbu standing nearby. The Anbu moved and opened the door. There stood the person they were to protect. In the mont's hand was a sake bottle. These are my bodyguards? They look like runts. The man said. Don't you worry. We're here as well. Hana said. Name's Tazuna. The man said. Hana. Kurenai. Naru. Well, let's get going. Tazuna said, ignoring Naruto. Together the team left the office and walked to the gates. They left without another word. As they walked, Kiba, Hana, and Naruto's noses smelt someone nearby watching them. Though whenever one of them looked to source, the source would be in a different location. It was frustrating them until Hana noticed the puddle in the ground. Without another word, her dogs jumped at it and tore the two men waiting there from their hiding spot. Now then, what are you two doing here? Hana said. The pair looked up and bit down on their tongues, drowning in their blood and keeping information from Hana. Welcome to the life a ninja, Genin. Hana said bitterly. She left the bodies on the side of the road, knowing an Anbu team would be passing by soon. The group continued onward and soon came to the boat. As they went across the river, the fog was getting thicker. Suddenly a looming bridge appeared next to them. Welcome to Wave Country, Tazuna said. The team soon got off the boat and continued onward. Suddenly there was a rushing sound. Duck, Hana and Kurenai said. Hana's dogs brought Tazuna down. Kurenai jumped and pulled Naruto and Shikamaru down. Hana grabbed her brother and brought him to the floor. A blade went spinning by them and stuck itself in a tree. Suddenly a man appeared standing on the blade. Zabuza, the demon of the mist. Hana whispered. Oh, so you know me? I'm sorry, I only know one of you. Kurenai Genjutsu, mistress of Konoha. Zabuza said, ripping his blade from the tree and jumping to floor. Yes, well then let's get this over with. Kurenai said and began hand signs. Hiding in the mist technique. Zabuza said, and fog appeared around him. Shoot, I can't use Genjutsu if I can't see where to put it. Kurenai said, stopping the hand signs. There was a rush and a man appeared next to Kurenai, prepared to slash her away. She ducked and rolled away from the slash, landing a kunai in the man's chest. The man collapsed. Nothing more than a thug. Zabuza said, and more rushed in. Kurenai and Hana began to weave in and out, taking out thugs as they came in. Zabuza smiled and appeared in front of Naruto. Naruto jumped backward to avoid the swing, but he misjudged the size of the blade and the blade clipped his leg and Naruto began to bleed. Shit, Kiba yelled. Naruto. Shikamaru said. Kid. Tazuna gasped. Naruto gritted his teeth and looked at Zabuza. That all you got? The villagers pack a bigger punch than you, demon of the mist. My turn, Naruto said and glowed. Naruto grew in size and his hair rolled out and turned blue. Naruto disappeared and appeared behind Zabuza. Zabuza rotated his blade and it came in at Naruto's side. Naruto disappeared right before it would have hit him. Zabuza felt a punch hit his side and he punched down to where it came from. Naruto once again disappeared. All you are doing is jumping around like a rabbit. Zabuza said and stuck his blade in the ground and he too disappeared. Zabuza appeared next to Naruto and threw him straight into the blade he placed in the ground. At the angle Naruto was going, Naruto would be split in half. But when Naruto hit the blade, he disappeared in smoke. A shadow clone? Zabuza said. Dark style, demonic wind. A voice said. Wind began to pick up around Zabuza and the fog was cleared. Zabuza's body began to get cut up, but no blood came, instead water did. Both the blade and Zabuza disappeared. Zabuza appeared behind Naruto and brought his blade down intending to split Naruto in half. Hana appeared in between Zabuza and Naruto and blocked the slash with 2 kunai and an X. "Come out," Zabuza said. 3 more ninja appeared around the area. Each wore a mask, but 2 were clearly female and the other was male. "Zabuza-sama, we are here," the boy wearing a mask said. "Kill them all," Zabuza said. One of the girls engaged Kurenai and the pair were pushed away from the group. The guy went at Kiba and Shikimaru. The last girl kicked Naruto when she appeared in front of him. "She's fast," Naruto thought. With Yuki. Yuki stretched just awakening from her nap and began to search out Naruto. Back with Naruto. Naruto began to fall. He rotated and landed on his feet only to once again be kicked by the girl. "Come on, where's that speed you were showing earlier?" The girl taunted. "Shut up," Naruto said. A kunai appeared in Naruto's side. Naruto gasped. "I can hit you anywhere." "You're slow," the girl said. There was the sound of a blade being pulled across a scabbard and a gash appeared on Naruto's chest. "Damn it, why can't I see her?" Naruto thought. Naruto landed on the floor and tried to stand but couldn't. The girl walked over to Naruto and raised the blade to kill him. "Goodbye, kid," she said, and the blade came down. With Hana and Zabuza. Hana's dogs kept trying to bite at him but he'd punch them away. Hana and Zabuza were still locked in the position they were before. Neither giving an inch. With Shikimaru and Kiba. Kiba had a kunai in his back and was bleeding. Kiba was unconscious. Akamaru was stuck underneath Kiba. Shikimaru had just captured the boy in his shadow. Inside the boy's hand was the kunai he was going to throw at Shikimaru. Shikimaru lifted one of his hands pretending he was holding something in it. He raised his hand to right next to his neck. The boy followed suit and placed the kunai next to his next. "Zabuza-sama," the boy screamed. Shikimaru dragged his hand away from his neck. The boy cut his neck open and collapsed. "You killed him," Tazuna gasped. "The life of ninja is paved with death," Shikimaru said and bent down to Kiba. He gently ripped the blade out of Kiba and began to dress his wounds. With Kurenai. Kurenai trapped her target in a genjutsu and slit her throat, and ran to assist Hana. With Naruto. The blade came down slowly. Naruto closed his eyes, but the last thing he saw was a flash of red. "Who are you?" the girl said. "I'm this boy's wife," the voice said, then the sound of skin being torn and the girl screamed and then was silenced. "Open your eyes, Naruto," the voice said. Naruto opened his eyes to see Yuki standing there. "Yuki," Naruto said. "I'm here, Naruto," Yuki said with a smile. Naruto began. "We'll talk once we get back to your team," Yuki said and offered her hand to Naruto. Once Naruto was standing, she turned into the fox and entered Naruto's coat. They returned to see Hana running towards their location. Kurenai was on the floor breathing hard. Tazuna was holding Kiba. Shikimaru was lying down. Hana stopped when she saw them. Naruto stumbled. Yuki jumped out and turned human and grabbed Naruto. Hana gasped, as did Shikimaru and Kurenai. "You going to stand there blankly or are you going to give me some bandages?" "I can't heal a wound of this size," Yuki said. Hana ran forward and gave as many bandages as she could. Yuki began to dress Naruto. "Tazuna, we'll talk once we get to your house. Lead the way." Yuki picked up Naruto and carried him following Tazuna, who passed Kiba to Hana. Kurenai and Shikimaru used one another to stand up. The team entered Tazuna's house. Kiba was rushed to a bed as he had begun to sweat. It was when Akamaru barked at Hana's dogs that they learned the kunai that was thrown was poisoned. Hana bent down and ripped open Kiba's shirt. "Naruto, let's talk," Yuki said, standing behind him. "Can it wait? My closest friend is dying here," Naruto whispered. "No," Yuki said. "Fine." Naruto sighed and walked out. Kurenai was waiting outside. "Kurenai, save it, Naruto. We'll talk about the implications of the fox later. I've called for backup. When they arrive we'll talk alone," Kurenai said. Naruto and Yuki then walked past Kurenai. They continued down the stairs to see a sleeping Shikimaru, a drunk Tazuna, and Tsunami was sitting on a couch. The pair continued out the door, never looking at the three scattered about. They walked out into the forest a ways. "Well, talk," Naruto said. "I know, I was selfish back then. It was just I had just lost my family, I wanted nothing more than revenge." Yuki said. "Revenge? I've heard that before," Where was it? Naruto said. Naruto. Don't please. Yuki said. Oh yes, that's right, the villagers used to always say they wanted revenge. Naruto. I was wrong. I know that now. Please forgive me. As it is right now, you are just like the rest. Naruto said. When Naruto said that, Yuki remembered their discussion a while back. Naruto. Yuki said as Naruto walked into the bedroom. Don't. Naruto said and grabbed a pillow from the bed. Naruto. I'm sorry. Don't start with me, Kyuubi. You know I wanted to blame you for my pain. I desperately wanted to, but something about how you spoke made me think you weren't the evil bitch the villagers made you seem. I guess I was wrong. Naruto said. He killed my family. Yuki screamed. You killed many other families. As if that wasn't bad enough, you made me think I could be loved. Guess that was another lie. Tell me, did you ever love me, or were you just chasing after the image of your first love? Naruto said and threw the pillow on the couch. I loved you. Yes, you weren't my first love, but you were the only one to ever love me. Don't you love me? I did. Naruto said and turned away from her and slept. End flashback. Is that what you think? That I'm like everyone else? That I don't care about you at all? That since I left I didn't think about you every waking moment? That it took all of my restraint not to jump at you and want your arms to be open for me? Yuki said. My arms aren't open. Naruto said. Naruto. Please forgive me. Yuki said, crying. Yuki. I didn't miss you while you were gone. Sure, I was alone, but I've always been alone, it was no different. Naruto said. Yuki stepped forward and enveloped Naruto in a hug despite his fighting back. Naruto. You don't have to be alone anymore. I'm here, I'll spend the rest of my very long life proving to you that I'll always be here for you. I made mistakes when we began, can we start over? Yuki said. We can't go back. Naruto said. Then let's make amends and start off from where we were. No more lies, no more ulterior motives, just you and me. Yuki said, kissing Naruto's head. I can try, but don't expect me to forget what happened. Naruto said, lifting his arms to hold her. I'll be waiting here with my arms open when you do. Yuki said as more tears fell from her eyes. The pair turned and walked back. Yuki slipped her hand into Naruto's and the pair walked into the house. Shikamaru was awake, and Hana was pacing the floor. How is Kiba doing? Naruto asked. I extracted a blood sample, and Kurenai is preparing a cure to it right now. She says it'll take a while, but that she can do it. Hana said. Naruto. Let's go train. Our enemies are strong and we are not prepared. Shikamaru said. Yuki, can you train the two of us? Naruto said. Sure, I'll teach you what I remember. Yuki said. I'd love to come, but someone has to keep an eye on the house while Kurenai works. Hana said. Time skip. There was a knock on the door and Naruto with a sleeping Yuki in his coat opened the door. In the doorway was Team 7. Kakashi looked down at Naruto and his face hardened. This did not go unnoticed by Naruto. Hana and Kurenai are upstairs tending to Kiba, Kakashi. Naruto said, pointing to the stairs. Shino walked in behind Kakashi. Sasuke walked in and looked at Naruto. Couldn't deal with something this easy, Dobi? Sasuke said. Careful what you say, third in the class. Naruto said, prompting a scream from Sakura about how Sasuke was the best. Yuki's eyes opened and she growled. Geez, you had to wake Yuki up. Naruto sighed and walked to where Shikamaru sat. The two continued their shogi game. I win, Naruto said after a while. Damn, thought I had you that time. Shikamaru said. Why do you play such a boring game? Sakura said as she had watched the game. It's practice. When we play Shikamaru and I can feel each other's planning ability. Meaning that as we play Shikamaru and I grow more and more in teamwork. Naruto said. How? Troublesome. Think about it like this. Shogi is a thinking game. You plan each move and plan the course of the game. No, in a war, you have a set amount of people to use, and the plan is to win with least amount of loss. So if Naruto and I can play an even game, then we will not need to relay plans to one another as we will be thinking on the same lines. I don't get it, Sakura said. Sasuke, Sakura, let's have a quick spar. You two against Shikamaru and me. Naruto said and stood. Sure, Dobi. Sasuke said. Troublesome. Alright, the group left with Shino following nearby. Shikamaru and Naruto stood directly next to each other. Sakura and Sasuke stood at a distance. No using the fox. Sasuke said. She's asleep. Then remove her from your jacket. Wouldn't want her to get hurt. Sakura said. No point, you won't land a hit on me. Sasuke suddenly charged as he neared the pair. His movement stopped suddenly. Success, Shikamaru said. Shikamaru's shadow was stretched and had caught Sasuke. Naruto walked up to Sakura, who attempted to punch him. Naruto just rotated away and grabbed her hand and twisted it behind her back. See, simple. You couldn't hit us, Naruto said. All you did was use Shikamaru's ability to stop me. Sasuke said. No. What happened was I saw you run at Naruto and I knew that Naruto was planning on just dodging you till I captured you. Instead of making him waste his time, I caught you. Shikamaru said. I knew Shikamaru would think that and I knew he would react in that way. The two of us placed our trust in the other and that is why you couldn't hit us. Naruto continued. Whatever, Sasuke said. Shikamaru pulled his shadow back and Naruto released Sakura. Shikamaru waited on Naruto to return to his side. As Naruto passed Sasuke, Sasuke ran at him. Sasuke raised his arm to punch Naruto. As the punch came close, Naruto ducked and pushed himself into Sasuke, then shot his back upward. His back collided with Sasuke's stomach. Naruto then rolled himself. In the roll, one of Naruto's arms collided with Sasuke's head and Sasuke fell. Naruto continued onward as if nothing happened. Our enemies are strong, Sasuke. You are weak, Naruto said and left. Sasuke's eyes opened as he remembered what Itachi had said to him. With Kurenai, Hana and Kakashi. So did Kiba get hurt cause the demon brat was of no use? Kakashi said. Hana's dogs jumped at Kakashi and grabbed at him. Do not speak of Naruto like that. He fought well against Zabuza. Hana said. Zabuza was probably going easy on him. Sasuke could kill Zabuza at full strength. Kakashi said. I doubt Sasuke could even land a hit on Naruto. Kurenai added in. Care to bet on that? Kakashi said. Of course. How about when tomorrow we have a friendly spar between the pair? Hana said. What do I get when I win? Kakashi said. When I win, you will remove that mask of yours for a month. Hana said. Fine. When I win, you have to give me the pictures I know you took of one another. Kakashi said. Fine. Terms: we are not allowed to train the combatants past the point they are right now. If the combatants gain any more strength, that person forfeits. The combatants are not to be told of this deal. Hana said. Deal, Kakashi said, extending his hand. The two shook hands. That night at the dinner table, Sasuke was drilling holes into the side of Naruto's head. Kiba had been able to stand and joined the group at dinner. Sakura was staring at Sasuke. Naruto sat there eating his dinner and giving Yuki food at times. Shikamaru ate his food while resting his eyes. Shino sat there and ate quietly. Why do you fight for us? A small child said, staring at Naruto. Inari, Tsunami shouted. Why boy, I believe what Tazuna is doing is important. Naruto said. You're just going to die. Then I die as a hero. There is no such thing as a hero. Heroes are fools pretending to be strong. They wouldn't be if they had seen what I have. Inari said. So you've seen so much? Naruto laughed. Don't laugh, you have no idea how hard my life has been. Naruto's eyes glazed over. Yuki sighed and dug deeper into Naruto's coat. Poor you. Mommy is here but daddy isn't. You are given everything you need. Sure, it's not a silver platter, but it comes to you. You have much, I had none. No parents. You're loved. I have never truly been loved. Those who have said they loved me just wanted to use me. From the day I was born I was condemned. Blamed for that which I had no control over. You think you had it rough? You think you've seen a lot? You haven't seen shit, Naruto said, steadily gaining in volume. If you want to wallow in self-despair about how life has been so hard on you, go the fuck ahead. You had it easy, boy. You get good food. I ate garbage when I was young. You cry about daddy. I cry about the knives that get stuck in my back. Your scars are emotional. Mine are physical, Naruto said and removed his coat, revealing his chest as it was covered in cuts. One scar was a gaping hole that seemed burnt. Naruto stood and left the room with Yuki following. Inari stood and ran to his room. During the night, Yuki opened her eyes to see her parents standing around her. They looked down on her, emotions showing upon their faces. Her father was annoyed, but her mother was compassionate. Mom? Dad? Yuki squeaked out. How could you treat the child like that? Her father said. I didn't mean. Quiet child. Did you learn nothing from us? What did we raise you to believe? Her father said. You raised me to be kind to humans, and not to hurt them. Yuki replied. Yet you hurt that boy so much. We've been watching you too, and he hurts so much he refuses to show it. Shall I show you his dream while you were gone? Her father said, and the black space they were standing in began to brighten. Die demon. Voices rang out. It's not my fault. Naruto's voice said. You let yourself be tricked, and became this thing. A man's voice said. As the figures formed, Yuki could see Naruto backed against a wall, and in front of him were his peers and his Gigi. They had malice in their eyes. What would you have done? She was clever, and was kind. She was the only one who ever made me feel special. She's a demon, just like you now. She left you when she was done, and left you as a demon. His Gigi said. Please come back, Naruto said, and the crowd swallowed him. The area darkened. This is what you have done to the boy. Here's his dreams from before. Her father said, and the world changed once more. When the world came into focus, there stood Naruto in the Hokage robes and with Yuki by his side. In his arms was a young child. Isn't our son handsome? Yuki said. Yes, Minato is very handsome. He'll be a lady killer when he's older. Naruto said with a laugh. The world faded. He named his child in his dreams after the man you were friends with back then. His mother started. I'm sorry. I'm trying to correct my mistakes. Yuki said with tears flowing down her face. We came here to help you. We are currently also speaking with Naruto. This is our last gesture as parents. Our time is fading and Shinigami calls us to sit by his side. Goodbye, Yuki. Her mother said and began to fade. I love you, my daughter. Her father said, and the two disappeared. That morning, Yuki opened her eyes to the feeling of a hand on her face. She looked up into the eyes of Naruto. I'm sorry, Naruto. Yuki said. I know. I missed you when you were gone. Can you promise me something? Naruto asked. I'd promise you anything. I want you to only stay with me only if you truly love me. Not because I remind you of the man you used to love, but because you love who I am. Naruto asked. I do. I love you for you. I know I made mistakes and I'll need to slowly gain your trust back, but I'll try. Yuki said, and then Naruto's lips caught hers in a heated kiss. There was the sound of coughing from the doorway. The pair turned and saw Kurenai standing there. Yes, Kurenai? Naruto asked. We are having a quick spar between you and Sasuke. You are not allowed to use the fox, but everything goes. Kurenai said. Yuki returned to her fox form and the pair left once Naruto put on his coat. The three left the house and met the two teams out in an open field. Kurenai, can you hold Yuki for a bit? Naruto said, handing Yuki to her. Sure, Kurenai said. Naruto took his place directly across from Sasuke. Didn't learn from last time, did you? Naruto said. Shut up, Sasuke replied. Sasuke took his position on the other side of the field as Naruto walked to his place. You may begin, Kakashi said. At first no one moved, but then Sasuke began to run. As Sasuke neared Naruto, Naruto completely disappeared. Naruto appeared behind Sasuke and delivered a punch to Sasuke's head. Sasuke was pushed to the floor. Naruto moved forward and kicked Sasuke in the gut. Sasuke tried to lash out, but Naruto dodged each punch. Sasuke struggled to his feet while he did hand signs. Fire style. Great fireball. Sasuke roared and unleashed a stream of fire at Naruto. The stream collected into a giant ball and rolled at Naruto, who was smiling. The jutsu collided with Naruto, and Naruto disappeared in the fire. Sasuke is the best, Sakura screamed. All of a sudden Sasuke was on the floor unconscious with Naruto standing on top of him. Naruto's clothes were neither burnt or dirty in any way, nor was he breathing hard. What a waste of time, Naruto said and walked off and recollected Yuki from Kurenai. Without another word, Team 8 went back to Tazuna's house to collect Tazuna and returned to the bridge. Kakashi sent Shino back with them, but Sakura and himself stayed as they took Sasuke to Tazuna's home so that they could wake him there. With Team 8, when they got to the bridge they saw the unconscious bodies of several of the workers. On the far side of the bridge 3 figures stood, one slightly smaller than the other two. The one in the middle was clearly Zabuza as they could see the blade, but the other 2 were a mystery. Well, if it isn't the brat who managed to hurt me. Zabuza said, staring at Naruto. Hey, I wasn't even at full strength, Zabuza. Naruto said, petting Yuki's head. Zabuza-sama, we must hurry. The smaller boy said. I understand, Haku. Kill them, Zabuza said and rushed the group. The small boy engaged Naruto and Shikamaru. The other man attacked Kurenai and Kiba. Hana was left once again with Zabuza. Shino remained by Tazuna, with Hana and Zabuza. "So it's you and me again," Hana said. "Yes, and this time you'll die," Zabuza said. "I doubt that. You see, Zabuza, last time I was holding back, because I was wanting to see just who you worked for. Imagine my surprise when you told me you worked for Gato. Now though I have no reason to hold back." Inuzuka style, quadruple onslaught. Hana screamed and her dogs and herself began to spin as they span. Knives appeared around them and the four began to chase Zabuza. Zabuza used his blade to deflect them but was pushed back each time. With Naruto, Shikimaru and Haku had captured them inside of his demon ice mirrors and was beginning to throw Senbon when Yuki angrily turned human. "You dare hurt my mate?" Yuki says and disappears. Suddenly Haku's body dropped to floor and every mirror shattered. Haku coughed out blood and slipped into unconsciousness. With Zabuza and Hana, Zabuza was panting hard and was having trouble focusing. It confused him because the fight wasn't even that hard to deal with. Zabuza's sight failed him and he felt all four of them collide with him. Zabuza's body was ripped in two by the force. One of Shino's bugs left Zabuza's body and returned to Shino. "Thank you, Shino," Hana said when she noticed the bug flying past her face. "Anything for a fellow Leaf," Shino said and pointed to where Kurenai's Open had just committed suicide. The rest of Team 7 joined up with them at that time and they heard the sound of a cane on the floor. Well, looks like they were worthless. Men charge the town, kill everyone," Gato said from behind 300 thugs. The men ran at the Leaf Shinobi, and the three Chunin disappeared. Suddenly limbs started flying off from the rushing thugs. The three Chunin tore apart the men and a single kunai landed itself in Gato's throat. Many days later back at Konoha. It had been several days since the two teams returned from Wave. The days brought many changes. Kakashi was seen without that mask on. Yuki was seen once again in Naruto's coat. A new clan had joined Konoha. The Kokunin clan, or the Guardian clan, was new and small. Only members in the big grounds that the Hokage had given them were Naruto and Yuki. The location of the clan grounds were very close to where the Inuzuka clan grounds were. This became a problem, especially that Yuki and Naruto now don't really require sleep, so their training sessions lasted long into the night. It also became a problem whenever Yuki and Naruto consummated their marriage, as Sume always heard the faint sounds. Flashback. There was a knocking on the front door of the Kokunin clan, and Naruto meandered his way to answer. When he answered, there stood Sume with a smile. "May I come in, Naruto?" Sume said. "Of course," Naruto said, and in came Sume. "Naruto, we must talk. If you two are going to have a late-night romp, please make sure you place a silencing jutsu. I had to sit there and listen to you two go at it like foxes in heat last night," Sume said with a blush. "Don't pretend the sound didn't get you excited, Sume," Yuki said coming down the stairs. End flashback. Naruto was not doing well recently. He had been getting headaches and today he was stuck in bed. Yuki tended to him with a smile. "Yuki, what's wrong with me?" Naruto asked again. "Something wonderful is happening, Naruto. A half-human still will live a human life, but a full fox will live forever provided they aren't killed. A long time ago there was a fox who fell in love with a human. They went through the same process we went through, but like you, she remained half-human. This broke the man's heart, so he figured out how to force the death of the human side. If you gave the human the blood of a fox demon once they are half-human, it will result in the fox side killing out the human side. The side effect is that for 2 days the human-turned fox is unable to move," Yuki said as she fed him. "So you did this without asking me? What happened to not doing anything like this without my permission? But you gave me the go-ahead. Remember 2 nights ago?" Flashback. Yuki was crying. Naruto tried his best to soothe her. As the tears subsided, he asked her what was wrong. "Today would have been my mother's 20th century birthday. It's a milestone in a fox's life. I miss her so much." Yuki cried out. "I know, Yuki, I know you do. I'll do whatever it takes so that you don't have go through that pain again." Naruto replied. "Anything?" Yuki said looking at him. "Anything," Naruto said and kissed her forcefully. End flashback. "I didn't know that was what you meant," Naruto said. "Why, you don't want to stay with me forever?" Yuki asked. "It's not that, it is just I wasn't ready to get rid of my human side," Naruto said. "It isn't like you are going to go killing humans or anything." You'll still have human emotions, all demons have human emotions. Yuki said. It's not that, it's the principle of the thing. Now the villagers are right, I am a demon. Naruto said. Yuki's hand came across Naruto's face. You are not the type of demon they think you are. You are compassionate. You know who the Kitsune serve, Naruto? No, they serve the Shinigami. They are the carriers of souls, the bringers of the dead into Shinigami's hands. My parents were the righteous ones, as they were called. They brought the souls of the good ones to Shinigami and he would give those souls new life. My uncle was the bringer of the wicked. Those he brought were thrown into Shinigami's stomach to forever be gone. Now though the Shinigami has no carriers and he has to go out to them. You see, I have not yet hit the age that I am allowed to do so. I am still a child in the Kitsune eyes. I want you to stay by my side forever. I want you to be the one that I lean on every night. I want to only be by your side. I want you to be the one Shinigami names as my partner. Is that bad? Yuki asked. No Yuki, it is not. I understand Kitsune serve Shinigami, but how does that make it that we aren't demons? Naruto asked. Naruto, you are a demon, just not the way the villagers think you are. Kitsune are split in the center, some are angels and some are devils. Some are nice, some are mean. That is what we are. Your personality throws you directly into the angel category. Don't you dare think you are demon, you are better than that, my love. Yuki said and placed her head on his chest once she moved the soup. I see, Naruto said, sighing contentedly, feeling Yuki on his chest. Naruto, I need you to listen very carefully, because in 20 minutes you are going to be in extreme amounts of pain. You see, Naruto, as I said, the fox blood kills your human blood. You essentially die. Demon hearts can only be felt beating by other demons. From now on, while in the hospital, the doctors will be hard-pressed to hear your heartbeat. Yes, monitors will work on you, but that's the only way for them to hear it. You cannot be given blood transfusions from human blood. If they did that, the process you are about to go through will repeat. Now what is going to happen is you will begin to be forced into your fox form. You will be small as you are just beginning. The size of the fox shows the strength they have over their abilities. As you gain in strength, I will teach you how to decrease your size so that you can hide. I will also be able to truly teach you how to fight in the Kitsune style. I will need to teach you to be able to change in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, I will be unable to place a silencing jutsu. If I did, the change would hit the barrier and counter it, thus amplifying your screams. Don't worry, the screams will only reach the Inuzuka clan. So we are going to have a barrage of Inuzukas running to protect us. Yuki said, kissing his cheek. I understand, Naruto said. Yuki then reached down and tied Naruto to the bed. She tied leather straps to his arms and to the bed itself. His legs were tied similarly. This is to keep you from moving too much. When you turn into your fox form, the straps will unleash you. They were made specifically for this process. Yuki said. A couple minutes later, Naruto's body began to sprout hair in odd places. Soon after the hair began to grow, Naruto began to yell. Yuki jumped back from how loud he was. Yuki stood a distance away as she watched him twist in his restraints. His back began to bend as he tried to get out. Tears littered Naruto's face as the pain grew in intensity. Yuki too began to cry, knowing how much pain she had just caused for him. The sound was so loud Yuki couldn't hear the sound of her door being broken down as Sume, Kiba and Hana entered the house. The three of them entered the bedroom and had to cover their ears from how loud Naruto was being. Yuki looked at the three and signed to Sume. Naruto is okay. He's just becoming a fox demon. A fox demon? You changed him into one? Yes. He hasn't been 100% human since the day he ripped the seal. He is just becoming 100% fox demon. Why is he screaming so much? He is dying. What? Look, come to me and feel my heartbeat. Sume walked to her and placed her head on Yuki's chest. She listened closely, but heard nothing. I heard nothing. You wouldn't. A demon heart is consuming Naruto's human heart. Only demons can feel another demon's heartbeat. So Naruto will feel dead to us? Naruto Uzumaki is dead to you. Naruto Kokunen is who lives now. Okay, you said Naruto is dying, but what do you mean? Naruto's human side is being killed. That is what is going. Kiba and Hana watched the two speak to each other, and they wished they had been taught the signs the two are giving each other. Kiba tried to speak, but Naruto was too loud for his voice to be heard. Naruto's face began to elongate, and a snout began to emerge from Naruto's face. The blue fox hair had not yet hit Naruto's face. Naruto's tail began to shrink as did his arms. The restraints broke off of his arms. Naruto's fingers shortened as did his hands. Hair began to erupt everywhere and Naruto's eyes turned from blue to pure black. Naruto's form turned into a fox the same size as Yuki in her restrained form. The screaming stopped and Naruto stopped moving. The red comforter of their bed was rolled into a ball and their fox print bed sheets were thrown to a side from the experience. It's done. Naruto Uzumaki is dead, Yuki said. He's dead, Kiba shouted. Not really but yes, Yuki said. What does that mean? Naruto is no longer human. He is a fox demon like myself. What do you mean a fox demon like yourself? Hana said. Oh, I forgot I never told you. Sume said. Told me what? Hana said confused. Yuki is the Kyuubi no Kitsune. Sume said. What? Hana shouted. Keep it down. Naruto is resting. Yuki said angrily. Sorry. What do you mean Yuki is the Kyuubi? I mean just that. Come Hana, Kiba will explain it. I need to speak to Yuki alone. I have a council meeting soon. Hana and Kiba left the room. Hana was mumbling, but Kiba looked back at Naruto and a single tear left his eye. You needed to talk to me, Sume? Yes. There's a council meeting in 5 minutes. As Naruto is indisposed right now, you will need to take his place. The civilian council will not be pleased that Naruto has his own clan, and the shinobi council will question why you took his place. I must ask that you do not reveal to them that you are the Kyuubi. You foolish girl. Did you think I would? I'm just saying that some of the clan leaders can be quite infuriating. I have had to deal with demon pricks. Trust me, some humans aren't going to affect me. Yuki said with a laugh. Fine, fine. Let's get going. The two left the compound and saw Kiba and Hana walking back. Yuki called to Kiba and asked him to watch over Naruto. Kiba agreed and Sume and Yuki continued to the council room. They entered and Sume was met with only grateful glances, but Yuki was shot confused glances. The Hokage smiled at seeing Yuki back, and nodded his head at her. Yuki took the place of the Kokunin clan head. Excuse me, miss. Why are you sitting there? Inoichi said. Is it a problem that I am? Yuki replied. That is the spot for Naruto, the clan head of the Kokunin clan. Inoichi replied. Is his wife not allowed to sit in if he is unable to attend tonight? Yuki replied with a smile. Why is he unable to attend? Shikaku said. He is unable to due to clan secrets. Yuki said. Demon secrets you mean? A civilian council member said. Both the Hokage and Sume sighed. Care to repeat that? Yuki said, smiling still. I said the only secrets your demonic husband could have are demon secrets. The council member replied with a sneer. I thought so. Sarutobi, do you think it is wise for this council member to continue insulting my husband? I sure as hell don't. Yuki said, still smiling. Please refer to the Hokage by his title, miss. Inoichi replied. It is fine. If Yuki called me Hokage, I'd feel awkward being treated so formally by her. The Hokage said. Care to answer my question, Sarutobi? Yuki said. No, it is not wise. I'll call the demon brat a demon if I feel like it. I won't be silenced by some demon-loving whore. The same council member said. Sume stood up. You are crossing the line, Hajime. Shut up before I make you. Sume said. Now Sume, the fool is just voicing his opinion. I think it's my turn now. Yuki said with a smile. Fine, Sume said, sitting down. Now then, who do you think you are, civilian? If it wasn't for Naruto, you'd be dead. Naruto protected you all by having the Kyuubi sealed in him. He didn't ask for it. You have no idea how many times I've lain awake next to him hearing him whisper, why me, why did it have to be sealed in me? It breaks my heart that there are times when you won't let me hold him from the emotional scarring you damn civilians have done to such a good man. Yuki said, her face growing cold, surprising Inoichi and many other clan leaders. There's one thing I want to ask Lady Kokunin. If I may? Shikaku said. Go ahead, Lord Nara. Oh, and you can call me Yuki. Yuki replied. Very well, Yuki. How did you meet Naruto? I met Naruto when he was in the hospital. I was visiting someone and I saw him alone, so I went to visit him. We talked and I rather enjoyed his company. Troublesome girl, you aren't telling all of the truth. Shikaku replied. If I told the full truth, we'd have serious situation on our hands, one more serious than when the Kyuubi attacked. Yuki said, looking Shikaku dead in the eyes with a smile. Troublesome. Shikaku said and leaned back in his chair. Anyway, we are here to hear the decisions about who is to be put in the chunin exams. Anbu, bring them in, the Hokage said. Anbu jumped out of the shadows and the doors opened, revealing Kurenai, Hana, Asuma, Kakashi. Without his mask on, Guy and many other Junin. Please present your case as to why your genin should be allowed in the chunin exams. The Hokage said. Guy stepped forward. My youthful students' flames of youth shine brightly enough for this. Lee is very strong, so is Neji and so is Tenten. They are more than ready. Guy said proudly. Anyone to deny his request? Hokage said. No one spoke out and so Guy stepped forward and collect the papers his genin were to sign. Next to step forward was Kakashi. My team is prepared. Shino is logical and reacts well under pressure. Sasuke is strong, and he is a quick thinker. Sakura is quite adept at genjutsu. Kakashi said. Anyone to deny his request? Hokage said. I do. From what I heard from Naruto and the other members of Team 8, Sasuke was not that strong and Sakura couldn't cast a single genjutsu. Yuki said. They have improved a lot since then. Kakashi replied. You do realize that they could die in the chunin exams if you are lying? Yuki replied. Yes, they'll do fine. Kakashi said. Fine. So Kakashi grabbed his papers. Asuma stepped forward. My team is strong. Hinata is timid but when pushed she is quite ruthless. Ino, while she relies on her clan jutsu, she always succeeds in her hits. Choji is strong and is well prepared. Anyone to deny his request? Hokage said. No one spoke and so Asuma collected his papers. Hana and Kurenai stepped forward. Our team is ready. Shikimaru is a genius and his plans have never failed us. Kiba is strong and a hard worker. Naruto is more than ready, in fact he was ready from the day I met him. Kurenai said. Before the Hokage could even ask if anyone disputed, the civilian side erupted. The demon can't be allowed to progress. Kill the demon. Remove his clan status and banish him and his whore. The civilian council was hit with ki from Sume and Yuki. What did I say about insulting him? Yuki said coldly. I approve of this. The Hokage said and Hana collected the papers. The other Junin came one by one and made their case. Some were turned down, others were accepted. The Junins soon left and the council moved on to official business. As the meeting was coming to a close, Hiashi spoke. Hokage, if I may. Why did Naruto receive clan status even though he can only have children with one woman? Hiashi said. Yuki, answer that please. The Hokage said. The mark he gave me and I gave him restricts his ability to have children, but as such when I finally get pregnant I will be guaranteed twins, or triplets. These children can give other marks out, and maybe one will give a polygamy mark, thus allowing more than one wife. Hokage saw it fit to give us clan status as we will be a full-size clan very quickly. Yuki said. Now one more thing. Is your ability similar to the Inuzuka? Hiashi said. Yes. Naruto and myself will be able to speak to foxes, and I do mean any fox. Yuki said. You said you have the ability also. Yes. The mate mark he gave me the ability. It also allows me to see what he's thinking. That is troublesome. If Yoshino could do that I'd be screwed. Shikaku muttered. I could teach Yoshino a jutsu that has the same affect. Yuki said with a smile. Please don't, that'd be troublesome. Anything else, Lord Hyuga? Yuki said. No. With that this meeting is closed. Hokage said. The clan heads turned to where Yuki was to speak with her but they found her gone. None of the ninja except for the Hokage, Sume, and Shikaku noticed the fox leaving. Troublesome. Shikaku muttered. He then left and made his way to where the Kokunin compound was located. Yuki continued sensing Shikaku nearby. She picked up the speed and was home and turned back into her human form. When Shikaku came to the gates, he was surprised to see that Yuki was standing there waiting for him. I assume you wish to talk. Come in then, Yuki said, opening the gate. Shikaku walked in and entered the spacious compound. To the right he could see what looked like the beginning of a garden, to the left was a pond. He assumed the training grounds were located in the back of the houses or that there were space inside sections of the houses for training. He continued following Yuki through the small district the clan was given. He saw the main house. It was big but not overly so. It had many windows. In one window you could see Kiba's head looking down at them. The face disappeared and Kiba was seen exiting the house. Kiba walked to Yuki and spoke to her. Naruto is fine. He's back to how he was for the most part. Kiba said. That is good, you can go home. Yuki said. Goodbye Lady Kokonin, Lord Nara. Kiba said with a bow. The two entered the house. The entry was lightly furnished, showing that the pair couldn't get much just yet as they didn't have a good size income just yet. Yuki motioned to two chairs at a small table. She took one and Shikaku took the other side. I'll be frank. Tell me the truth about how you met Naruto, Yuki. Are you prepared to face the consequences, Lord Nara? Call me Shikaku, and yes. What I am about to say you must not tell anyone. When I tell you this, you have two choices. One, accept it and live, or reject it and die. Is that a threat? I have to be cautious, Shikaku. This is a secret that could throw this village into a civil war. Troublesome. Tell me, when the Kyuubi attacked, Minato couldn't kill the Kyuubi. Many reasons why he couldn't, but he really didn't want to. What do you mean? When Minato was a boy he had a good friend. Shinji was the boy's name. Later on in their friendship the boy revealed to Minato that the boy wasn't human but he was instead a demon fox. When the boy left Minato, he returned home. We were told Shinji died. He didn't, he faked it so that he could see his family. After a while a man who possessed abilities no human should have killed Shinji's parents. Shinji tried to kill the man but was told that he came from Konoha. The man then disappeared. Shinji in a rage unleashed his full power on Konoha. This is the day the Kyuubi attacked. Shinji revealed to Minato who he was. Minato didn't want to kill his friend so he sealed him away. Many years later Shinji's container visited him. Now when Shinji visited Minato he hid his true gender. You see, Shinji was actually a girl. This girl and Naruto made a deal. He'd release her and she'd train him. You understand what I'm saying? You are the Kyuubi no Kitsune. That is correct. I must ask, what are your plans? My plans once were to find this man and take revenge, but I fell in love and now I choose to assist Naruto in being the Kokonin of this village. I must ask that if you accept you assist me and my clan, much like Sume does. What does Sume do? She has been sending us more cash, just out of the cash she doesn't use to buy equipment or food. Our clan is working on setting up all that we need. You saw that garden out there? Yes. The plants there are not from the human world, they are from the demon world. We need those, because human medicine will not work on Naruto or myself. So why do you need the extra cash? We are planning to have our own hospital just for members of our clan. You see, if we were treated the same way humans are treated for injuries, nothing would happen. We also cannot be transfused with human blood. We have to be given demon fox blood. We have other projects we need to work on, but you can see that we need money. With Naruto only getting genin pay for his missions, and myself also only getting that much, plus what we get as a clan, we have barely enough money to get to work on the hospital we need. I understand. I will speak with Yoshino, as she is the financial expert. I'll see if she can assist your clan as well. Shikaku said. Thank you. I assume Naruto was unable to come because he just became a full demon. Yes. Tell him the Nara clan supports him. Shikaku said as he stood to leave. Thank you, Shikaku. Yuki said. Anytime. Please come to the next council meeting. I don't care if you stand behind your husband. I'm sure a fox's mind can figure out a reason why you'd need to be there. Yuki smiled. I'm sure I could. Good night, Lady Kokonin. Shikaku said as he left. Good night, Lord Nara. Yuki said. Yuki watched as Shikaku left. She smiled when she saw him walk carefully over to the garden and look at the plants. She turned away from him and returned to Naruto, who was back in his fox form and had just opened his eyes. Yuki, can you tell me how to turn human once more? Naruto asked. To get into the human form you must create the image of yourself in your mind, then send chakra to the brain. From there imagine your features turning from fox to human, and the chakra will amplify it, then pull that chakra through your body and it will create the change. Yuki replied. Geez, that's tricky. It'll get easier. Naruto closed his eyes and focused. It took about 3 minutes but Naruto finally stood in his human form. He stretched, feeling sore from the shift. Is there a way to get rid of the soreness I feel? No, unfortunately. You won't feel it tomorrow though. Let's go rest. Tomorrow is a big day. Okay. Naruto then stripped to his underwear and hopped into the bed. How did the meeting go? Naruto said. It went well. Shikaku Nara supports us now. I think Inoichi Yamanaka is on the verge of it. Though, because Shikaku does, we will most likely get the assistance of the Akamichi and the Yamanaka clans too. Hiyashi Hyuga is harder. I don't know about Shibi Aburame. Well, you've been working hard. I do it all for you, my love. Yuki snuggled up onto Naruto's chest and the pair slept the night away. Next day, Naruto awoke to the feeling of lips on his. He returned the kiss knowing the taste of the lips. They kissed heatedly for a bit, then Yuki pulled back, leaving a disappointed Naruto. Breakfast is ready, we have a team meeting in an hour. Yuki said, hopping off the bed. Naruto sat up, taking in the feel of the room. It was pretty empty, because they had yet to get enough money together to truly outfit the house. So the only things they had were from Naruto's old house, but they did get new blankets, as a joke from Sume. His old, cracked and chipped dresser was the only other furniture in the room. All in all, the room was depressing, but it gave him hope that maybe someday the room will be luxurious as will all the other rooms. Naruto could practically hear the pitter-patter of children's footsteps around the house. Naruto stood and quickly dressed. Naruto left the room and ran down the stairs, passing the photo of Team 8 on the wall. He entered the kitchen that still had most of his old wrecked furniture. Yuki was sitting at the table eating her breakfast. Naruto's breakfast sat directly across from her. He sat and began to eat. The two had a quiet breakfast, both caught up in their own thoughts. Yuki thought about the chunin exams, because as she remembered them they nearly spelled Minato's death. Naruto thought about his want to provide more for Yuki. When they had finished, Yuki turned into her fox form and climbed up into Naruto's coat. Naruto, I think Shikaku knows I'm also the fox you carry. Yuki said to Naruto. That's no problem. He'll understand we are partners that fight together. Naruto responded. Yes, but I'm saying that you need to be able to defend yourself more, without me. I can't always be there. Well, you always will be when we are on missions. Yes, but what happens if we meet one of the escaped demons and I'm fighting him, her, and another strong ninja attacks you? Naruto had almost forgotten that Yuki had once explained to Naruto that there was a branch of Kitsune responsible for patrolling the borders of the human world and demon world. They kept demons from leaving and humans from entering. When the Kitsune clan was whipped out, demons were able to leave freely. If that happens, I'll fight the ninja. Exactly, so I'll be stepping up your training in fighting against an enemy stronger than yourself without me. So you're going to be attacking me, aren't you? Of course. Naruto's sweat dropped at how obvious she made it sound. He was going to rebuke, but they were at the meeting spot and he was barely on time. His team was waiting on him. Glad you could make it. Hana said. Yeah, well, I was very tired today. Naruto replied sheepishly. Dying does that to you? Hana replied with a laugh. What's this about dying? Kurenai asked. Right. To be blunt, Naruto died last night. But he's standing in front of us. Troublesome. Naruto Uzumaki died last night. Shikamaru said, having already been told by his father. He was fine with it, as Naras are taught to be rational, and Shikamaru realized that if Naruto or Yuki was evil or harbored ill intent, he would already been killed. Ah, so Shikaku told you? Yuki said. Yeah, he did, Lady Kokonin. Shikamaru replied. What is with these people and their damn formalities? Just call me Yuki. Well, I wanted to be respectful to the two last Kitsune, and to a clan head. What do you mean, two last Kitsune? Kurenai asked. Troublesome. Yuki is the Kyuubi. Naruto Uzumaki was killed last night by Naruto Kokonin. In his death, Naruto Uzumaki became Naruto Kokonin, a Kitsune. Yuki is the Kyuubi? Kurenai said. Look, Kurenai, I'll explain later. Can we just do what we came to do? Hana said. Fine. Kurenai said and reached into her kunai pouch. She produced 3 kunai that had a note attached to them. She tossed them at her team. Each team member caught it differently. Shikamaru used his shadow to shoot upward and collect the kunai. Kiba stuck his finger into the hole in the kunai. Naruto used 2 fingers to hold the blade where it wasn't as sharp as it was in other areas. The 3 then opened the note. We've nominated you 3 for the chunin exams. These are purely voluntary. If any of you do not wish to partake, you do not need to come. If you do, please come to Academy Room number 301 by 2 today. Of course I'll be there. Naruto said with a smile. No way am I not doing this. Kiba said. It'd be too troublesome not to do this. Shikamaru replied. Hana and Kurenai smiled at their team. They knew that their team would pass with flying colors. No one saw the shadowy figure watching their team. No one but Yuki, who turned to the figure. She tried to see who it was, but the figure disappeared. If you all are determined to go, then I guess I should say that if one of you hadn't wanted to, the others wouldn't have been able to. Hana said with a giggle. You withheld information from us? Kiba asked. Troublesome if they had told us that and say you didn't want to go, but Naruto and myself wanted to, we would have forced you to. By not telling us that detail, it made it say all three of us would give our all in this. Guys, let's just kick butt. Naruto said with a laugh. Later the day, as Team 8 enter the academy. The team go up 2 flights of stairs to see that they were standing in front of room 301. Not confused by this, the team continue by it, ignoring the green spandex wearing kid getting beat up. They got to the 3rd floor to see Kurenai and Hana standing at the doors waiting. Good luck, team. I look forward to seeing you guys as chunin. Kurenai said. Boys kick their ass, Hana said. The team entered the room to see the room filled. Kiba let out a low whistle at this. Naruto smiled, and Shikamaru just mouthed troublesome. When they entered, they heard the sound of Ino's voice calling out. Hey guys, she called and ran to them. Choji and Hinata followed behind. As Hinata neared, she shrunk into her jacket. I had forgotten about her. Yuki thought with a sigh. You guys are participating as well. She continued to shout. Mind lowering your voice, Ino? Naruto said. Why? Look around you. Naruto said as everyone in the room were staring at the 2 teams. Oops, she said shyly. Quiet reigned over the room until Team 7 walked in. Sasuke, Ino said and jumped on him. Get off him, Ino pig. Sakura screamed. Shut it, billboard brow. Ino screamed back. A man with white hair and glasses walked over to them. You guys should be quiet. The man said. Who are you? Kabuto's the name. I don't remember seeing you in the class from this year, but you wear a leaf headband, so you from last year? Kiba asked. Nah, this is my 7th try. You suck then. Nah, the test is just hard, but I have been collecting info. Kabuto said, pulling out a stack of cards. Info on? Naruto said, interested. The possible participants. Give me a description or a name, I'll give you their stats. Naruto Uzumaki and Gaara no Subaku. That's no fun. First up, Naruto Uzumaki, Kabuto said, placing a card down and throwing chakra into it. Naruto Uzumaki. Parents unknown. Status. Died from clan reasons. Clan head of Kokunin clan. Taijutsu high ranking. Ninjutsu, high ranking. Genjutsu, mid ranking. Mission status A. 3B. 2C. 0D. 23 inches, Kabuto said. Those are some quick updating cards you got there, Kabuto. Naruto said. My information is always accurate. That can't be. Naruto Uzumaki is alive. He's right there. Sakura said, pointing at Naruto. No, it's right, Naruto Uzumaki is dead. Naruto responded. Anyway, Gaara no Subaku. Parents. The cage status. Living taijutsu. Unknown ninjutsu. Unknown genjutsu. Unknown. Mission status A. 42B. 21C. 11D. 0. Interesting, he never got injured in any of those. Kabuto said. Never got injured? Sasuke said. It means Sasuke no weapon, no fist could touch him. Naruto responded. Shut up. Sasuke yelled and moved to punch Naruto. Suddenly there was a cloud of smoke. All of you shut up and pay attention, you maggots. A man with scars on his face said. All the genin in the room stood at attention, looking to the man and several chunin standing behind him. Come forward, genin, take a number and go to that seat. Naruto lined up behind his team, never really paying attention to the girl poking her fingers together behind him. Yuki, on the other hand, was watching the girl. Yuki sighed deeply at the girl. Poor girl, lusting after a man who is already mated. I need to find a way to let her know that Naruto isn't interested. God, that's gonna be tough if I don't want to hurt her. Yuki thought to herself. Naruto grabbed his number and sat down at his seat. On his left was a blonde-haired girl wearing a Suna headband. She winked at him when she sat down. He just gave her a smile. On his right was a man whose body was covered in black. Scars were barely visible on his body. Naruto sighed as the man explained the rules about the exam. It was pretty simple. Cheat, you get docked points. Get caught enough, you and your team are kicked. It was practically begging for them to cheat as long as you could hide it. Naruto sighed. Yuki, care to help? Naruto said. Sure, Yuki replied, popping her head out of his jacket. The pair quickly answered the questions and Naruto decided to sleep. He was awoken when a kunai struck his desk. What? Naruto said. Oh good, you are awake. It's time for the 10th question, the man said with a smile. Go ahead then. The way it works is you have the choice to take it or not. Take it, and if you get it wrong you are banned from ever doing the exams again. What? But there are people here who have taken the exams before. A genin wearing war paint said. Yes, but this is the first time I've proctored this. So my rules. You're just plain unlucky, the man said. After a while one hand popped up. It was Hinata. I won't take the last question. Hinata stuttered out. Numbers 4375, 21 fail. The man said. Hinata's team left. Once they were gone the man spoke up. Congrats, you all pass, he said with a smile. What? Many genin said. Troublesome. The 10th question was, will you take it? It's a standard question for a Kage to ask a chunin. Will you take this mission? The Kage can't tell you the details unless you agree. You have to agree despite the risk. If you can't take the 10th question in the exam, then you aren't made for the rank yet. Shikimaru said with a yawn. Very good, the man said. Suddenly a window broke and two balls appeared in the front of the group. One uncurled to be a rather large snake. The other was a girl dressed in a beige jacket, a short skirt and a fishnet shirt. You're early, Anko. The man sighed. Am I? Want me to leave and come back, Ibiki? Anko said, preparing to jump back out the window. Too late, Ibiki replied. Thought so. Who you let a good chunk of people in this round. You're losing your touch, Ibiki. Anko said. Nah, this is just a good group. Whatever, I'll cut them in half. I hope you mean you'll cut their numbers in half, not literally cut them in half. I can't cut a couple in half? No. Fine. Anko pouted. It's okay, I'll let you torture the next person, okay? Yay. Okay maggots, follow me. She squealed and the snake jumped out an unbroken window.
That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, share and do comments.